Alrighty, let's see. Counter Serbia for Yuki. You play 6-4. 6. Alright, boys, let's go. So you've got triple DPS and they have double support. Let's split stone. So before anything else, they have Drenos Corvus. So trying to duel one of their DPS is probably impossible if they're of equal skill to you, which they may or may not be. But yeah, I also kind of have 3 backline DPS here with Cassie, Leon, Tiger. They all work as dive DPS too, but like primarily backline DPS. So that's a bit of a weird draft, I think. I fume every day. Your loadout. Okay. You should just kind of chill and be poking here, because your tank just went down. They're going to be trying to win the... They should be trying to be pushing you to win the, 45. Yeah, your team's staggering out slowly. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. So there, I can tell you wanted to like dodge roll everywhere to do damage, but you should probably be you should be more careful about where you're dodge rolling to, because you just dodge rolled right into their line of sight, and then you didn't have anything to escape from them shooting at you. So yeah, when you do something like have your movement and your damage overlap, then you need to be careful about how you use it. You know, like, I don't know, Corvus stun. You know, stun Corvus. You can't just use it willy-nilly because it's going to teleport you, you know. It would definitely, yeah. Okay, I was just about to say, you should go on high ground. This is good. You don't see BK behind, that's unfortunate, but... Nice. Being on high ground is excellent here. Because, they don't have a tank, they don't have an off tank that can just, you know, walk into you. So BK has to make the push. And he can't, clearly. Even with double support. Hard dive, okay. Good. I should just be going on high ground and cleaning up their team. Yes. Could have dived their supports first, considering it's a Gnar and they have 2 supports, but alright. Excellent. Okay, you need to be on high ground here. Yeah, I think that was a little too risky. On split stone zones when they're pushing, going on low ground when you don't have vertical mobility is a huge commitment, because then you have to back all the way off, and then you have to walk all the way back up the ramp to reset once they start pushing in. If you get picked off on low ground, then they'll just push the payload, like, you know, halfway through. So if I were a DPS without vertical mobility, I would just stand on high ground all the time on the push, unless you're really confident that you can pick them all off, or you're staying on top of the query, which you weren't. Cauterize 2. Looks like they're saving for Kotsui, that's good. I don't know why your teammate isn't stacking anything. He isn't stacking any items. Early ult, that's good. Yeah, I like this. This poke from high ground safely. Excellent. Where's your IO? Hold on. She's in the room. Okay, yeah, that's why I hate standing in there, dude. It's so easy to get dived. So she died. You died. That's whatever. That was kind of a poor positioning choice to stand in there. If you're gonna stand in there, then you need to get, like, you know, just pop your ult to get them into the grinder and then get out as quick as possible. And she didn't get out in time, so whatever. Might as well just die with her. You're deep in query. You're probably not gonna get out. Oh, nice punish on the Obrix there. Unfortunate. That's double support right there. I hate to see it. This is all fine. Anyway, yeah, if I were you, I'd avoid dueling their DPS where I could. Just because they have double support, and they can literally just pocket them through a lot of the damage that they take. But you're winning duels pretty consistently. So, ooh, disrespect. Alright, good pick. Yeah, you can tell you're really just, you know, fragging on lower skilled players here. They can't even touch you, dude. But that's all good. If you know, knowing how far you can commit is good. Which that I should not be doing. What are you doing down here? Nice save. But yeah. Okay. Got picked off finally. That's fine. You stalled their whole team for like a minute just by just staggering out their respawn and constantly getting picks. That's good. Okay, you have an eye pocket right now, so you can kill him. That's good. Good decision making there. To take on a fight while you're getting pocketed. Okay, your tank is down. You need to back off. Or just chill on high ground. Just kidding. The Inara wants to ult for no reason. Alright. Their tank died, then you need to clean up the rest of their team too. If possible. You have respawn advantage. Excellent. Alright, perfect. Your team focused one target, you pick them off, and then you clean up the rest of their team. Ideal. You're running Kronos and cost 3, that's good. This dude has kill to heal when he's not picking up that many kills, to be honest. Well, he's not doing bad, but he doesn't have as many as you either. Kronos. Kronos reduces... I'm fine with Kronos, I suppose. I think Master Riding has huge value everywhere. And I buy it as second item on basically anyone I play after Caught. But, you know, each to his own. If you're never riding anywhere because you never die, then you never need Master Riding. Too risky, too risky. You got out of that somehow, okay. You see their BK has a Rejuve 3. And he always has a mark on him. Which you can see. And he probably also has a Corvus mark on him. So I'd say it's, you know, a little too risky to just dive him. By yourself. Luminary Genos? Luminary Genos, yeah. But it worked out somehow. But I think a competent BK would have just killed you. You know, he holds all the advantage there. You're not on high ground. He can just frag you out. You're just right there, in like his ideal range. Okay. You're on low ground to clean up. This is fine. This is good. Team's doing good shit. Nora's on point, you need to melt her quick. Good. Excellent. You should be trying to move up to high ground here now. Excellent. They're a lot better about this now. Being corners and taking high ground. Okay. I don't like this as much. I wish you went over here on this ramp and then up here into the ramparts. See, now you're on low ground against BK and Vivian. Vivian just drops down and kills you for free. Cause on the split stun push, you have to kind of just sit here and look through this window, or you have to just stand in the open and let their DPS frag you out. So yeah, obviously, taking high ground is preferable to either of those. Okay, good punish on BK. Alright, getting some poke damage in. Alright, I'd like to see you take high ground here now. Excellent. Ah, cheeky. Excellent. 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 Okay, I'd say you need to get back to high ground here now. You've cleaned up what you can on low ground now, you need to hold space. You see you have 4 sightlines on their team here. You can't shoot Corvus and an R at the same time. An R can just kind of wall you off. If you're a high ground, you wouldn't have any of these issues. Like just right up here, where BK is. That's where I would be standing in front of you. You see, now BK just kind of gets to stand there for free. And he just gets to frag your whole team because he has high ground. I mean, not your whole team, your shield support. Chronos 2, interesting. No, Chronos 3. How much is that? Like 2.7 seconds? Dodge roll is 7 and you have 4 seconds of full time? Okay, interesting. I don't disagree. You're landing the shots, so well, fine. Master riding good. Extremely early ult. I would go into lava side now if I were you. Yeah, good. Just rotate over, you know, help out the rest of your team. Okay, your DPS are getting picked. You need to chill here. Don't stagger. That's the biggest thing. You have time for one more complete push. Get the pick on the BK if you can without dying. Excellent. You capped a lot while their Nara was off fragging. So their Tiger died. Okay. So what you need to do right now, just wait for your team to regroup. You already have a lot of cap time. You have ults. Yeah, you have 2 ults. Still definitely winnable. Your bear got on too early, you're done. Nothing you can do, yep. It happens. Some people are you know, too worried about touching. And they touch too early. Not any way to, you know, fix that from your side. Other than if you just straight up kill their entire team. So overall that was good. I can tell that you definitely know the extent of your skill compared to others. If you know what I'm saying. Like you dive into situations that you wouldn't be able to if the other players were as competent as you are. Which they're not. Fortunately for you, otherwise you would have gotten wrecked, I think. That's fine, honestly. You know, it's ranked. Not everyone's gonna be a god. And if you know how good you are compared to the enemy, well, you know, that's just an advantage for you. Your use of high ground was a lot better in this video than in the last Cassie game I reviewed. You definitely knew when to dive much better. You took high ground when you could. You still seem a little reluctant about taking high ground on the push, on the third push. Especially at the end, you were standing on the low ground, just shooting down mid and let BK stand on high ground for free. Hold on, I'm gonna make a custom game so I can show where I would stand. Let's see. Right. I feel like I'm talking a lot about positioning and splits down the game. Alright, boys. Okay. So basically, when you don't have an off tank, right, it's more difficult for you to hold and take space effectively because you don't have that big HP pool of the off tank with you, right? So what you kind of have to do is that you kind of just have to hold space where you can and let it go where you can't, you know? That's what I think anyway. So hold on, go to their side. Alright, so on push, right, if you're a support player, get out of here, dude. Fuck. So if you're a support player, you kind of have to stand down here on the push, or over there in the query, like inside the query. Please don't shoot me, Nandobot. And then that just sucks because you're on the low ground and the damage are just raining damage upon you all the time, and it's cancer, and that's why I hate split stun. Playing support on split stun. If you're a DPS, you know, you generally have an off tank playing with you. You can play a little more dangerous. You know, you have more sustain from the support and whatnot. You can kind of walk up this ramp. If they're like back here defending, you can just walk up here, you know. Otherwise, kind of peek this corner here. You were doing that pretty well, but I would have let. But since they were playing over here, I'd like to see you take high ground here. And if you're in danger, you can always just dodge roll through lava side. And then on the push, this is an excellent way to go most of the time, you know, because you have the option to go out here, still on high ground, stops them defending here, and then you can also see this whole place, like especially on the third push when you were down here. I'd have loved to see you up here, because then, you know, you can just shoot people coming out of spawn. You can shoot anyone you want who's on low ground. If they come at you, you kill them because you're better than them and you cast it, burst them. But yeah, those are pretty minor complaints. I'm not a great Cassie player. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you. You played a good game. Unfortunate that your team staggered themselves out at the end. But yeah, GG's. Hope you learned something, and if you have any disagreements, just